I'm John Mayer.
And I'm Ben Fox.
And we're here at Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate Journey. And once a month, we're going to be bringing you market stats and what's happening in real estate here in Northwest Arkansas. The biggest question we're getting asked right now is it a buyer's market or is it a seller's market? But first of all, we got to understand the difference. Ben, what is the difference?
Well, the difference is in a buyer's market, there's more homes available than there are buyers out there looking and purchasing. So the sellers have to compete for the buyer's attention. So you see more seller concessions and price drops and favorable conditions for buyers. Conversely, when it's a seller's market, there are fewer homes on the market and lots of buyers. So the buyers are competing and having to raise their offers, and sellers are getting a better deal on that.
So back during COVID, what was it?
Back during COVID, we had a strong seller's market.
Yep. Remember, people were bidding over list price for homes. They were waiving appraisal conditions. They were waiving inspections. So there was more buyers out there than there were homes available. But now we are approaching more of a balanced market. We are still seeing multiple offer situations going on, but in the majority of the housing market in that median price range, it's more of a balanced market to where the inventory and the buyers are about equal. Now, a sign that you're getting into a true buyer's market may be that the days on market becomes more.
That's right.
You know, it takes longer to sell a house. Or builders, when you start looking at these new construction neighborhoods, start offering all these crazy concessions like 10 grand towards closing costs or throwing in fences where 2 years ago they weren't offering anything. So you want to take a look at the numbers and see what's happening right now in
Let's look at the first quarter.
Okay, well, I'll take the first stat. So right now, the number of homes sold is up 6.7% over the last 2 years. So we're at 5,232 homes sold this year, year to date. So we're comparing first half of the year to the first half of every year of the last 5 years. If you notice, when COVID was on, we were at 5,631 homes. So we had a sharp drop from 2022 to 2023, and a lot of that was due to the interest rates increasing. So that's why we saw that sharp drop, but we're slowly building back up. The other number people always ask about is pricing. Ben, what do you have to say about prices?
Well, prices can be measured in increases and decreases, and a lot of people talk about the average price, but I like to talk about the median price. And so the difference between the average price on the market and the median price on the market is that the average takes everything that's sold and then you divide it by the number of units, right? But the median is you take the whole number of homes sold and it's that band in the middle, the median, the middle.
Yep, where is the bulk of the houses being sold
Where are the bulk of the houses being sold? So the median price from 2024 to 2025 in the first half of the year has gone up 6.5%. And that's healthy. That's great. It's today it's 372,000. So that's a nice healthy market here in Northwest Arkansas.
Yep, and there's still plenty of homes available below and above that price.
That's right.
So it's a good time to be a first-time home buyer, actually, because interest rates have settled down and these builders are offering a few more incentives and prices have kind of stabilized. So
price per foot is also up, and it kind of tracks that same median. The median price per square foot kind of tracks the median price overall, but the median price per square foot has actually surpassed that $200 a foot mark. We were at $199 a foot in the first half of last year, and this year we are up at $209 a foot, which is a 10% increase.
So besides prices and besides how many homes available, the next thing people ask is days on market. And what does days on market mean? So days on market is how many times from that house that hit the MLS to the moment it closed did it take to sell. So right now, days on market is up about 11 days over the last 2 years. So if you can see in this chart that at the peak of COVID, we were down to 43 days on market. So if you think about it though, a house takes 30 days to sell. So when it says 43 days on market for average or for median days on market, that means it went under contract 13 days after being listed. Then it took about 30 days to close. So right now, currently, it's taking the median days is 70 days on the market. So that means it's been on the market about 40 days before it gets that contract and goes into the pending status. So so that's kind of it on the market in Northwest Arkansas.
So what's your take on that? Would you say that we have a healthy market? Is it a good time to buy? Is it a good time to sell?
This is a healthy market. This is always the best time for you to buy is when you are ready. You know, it's when you have your money together, when you can afford that payment, because you want to get in that home buying game as soon as possible. Because if you remember on the charts, our prices have never gone down. They continue to go up. They continue to go up nice and steady. Good growth is defined as a 4 to 7% increase in prices. And we're going to see that again this year. So whenever you're ready is the right time to get in the market.
If you have any questions, give us a shout here at Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate Journey.